Racing is fast and exciting at the picturesque Woodbine and Woodbine Mohawk Park racetracks in Ontario, Canada. Woodbine Standardbred, home of the Pepsi North America Cup, a summer classic.
Pebble Beach in Iran.
And Woodbine Thoroughbred, home of the historic King's Plate.
But the mighty filly has devastated them.
Full fields, exotic wagers, iconic events. Play Woodbine Thoroughbred and Woodbine Standardbred today at your favorite wagering location.
Horse racing fans, Los Alamitos Racecourse continues its celebration of 10 years of daytime thoroughbred racing with an action-packed 2-week winter meet in beautiful Orange County. Opening day is Friday, December 8th, and racing will be held Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through December 17th. First post will be 12:30 p.m. Pacific. Our December meet is our biggest daytime meet of the year with 5 stake races on tap, including 3 graded stakes events. Our opening Saturday will feature the running of the Grade 2 Starlet, featuring an outstanding field of juvenile fillies. And on Saturday, December 16th, top juveniles will race in the Grade 2 Los Alamitos Futurity. Other top stakes events include the Bayacoa, the Soviet Problem, and the King Glorious. And horse players, the Los Alamitos On-Track Live Money Handicapping Contest is back on Saturday, December 16th. You could win a seat to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. For the contest format and more, go to losalamitos.com. Daytime racing is back at Los Alamitos. Opening day is set for Friday, December 8th.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
Celebrating over 2 decades of consecutive broadcasts on the great game of horse racing in Las Vegas, the Race Day Las Vegas show thanks all of our listeners and sponsors for your appreciated support.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Sunday. It is your 10th day of December, 2023. Your date, 12102023. That's the date for today. A beautiful day here in Las Vegas, although it's cold. It's in the 30s outside right now. We're going to get up to the high 50s and maybe hit a 60 today. But it's clear and beautiful out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And, of course, we're coming to you live and direct from the South Point Studios at the South Point Hotel Casino here on the fabulous Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. We welcome you to the show. And we welcome all of our listeners that are not only listening at our radio station, our home base, Sports Talk 1400 AM and 107.1 FM, and all of the other streaming platforms that we have, like our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global, got them all. And plus the phone apps, or the device apps, I should say, that you can put on your iPhones or your Androids, the KSHP app, so you can hear us now. And, of course, a multitude of places that we have podcasting as well. And in addition to that, now here at the South Point Studios, we're also on their video streaming on southpointstudios.tv, and importantly, on YouTube. Now, we ask all of our listeners, even the ones that are listening out there, along with all of you that are watching on all the different platforms, to go to YouTube, look up South Point Studio. When you get to that site, subscribe. It is free of charge. And you'll be able to get into not only our shows, but several other shows from the South Point Studios, like the Sports by the Book. That show will be coming up soon after ours today to talk about football. And, of course, other shows on as well. So make sure you subscribe at YouTube. Just go to YouTube, go to South Point Studio, and then subscribe on that site. We do appreciate that, okay? So welcome to all of you, no matter however, wherever, whenever you get us. Beautiful day here in Las Vegas. Although it's cold, you need a coat here in Vegas. And as far as the weather is concerned around the country, it's really going to be bad up and down the East Coast. The Weather Service shows us that there's all sorts of weather between snow and rain and wind that's going up from the tip of Florida right up the East Coast through the eastern and mid-eastern states and right up through into Maine. So we might have some track conditions there. Yesterday, for example, Delta Downs canceled their last 3 races there. They have no racing today at Delta. But keep an eye on the weather conditions and certainly the track conditions for those racetracks today. A lot happened yesterday. So let's get into just see what happened across the country yesterday. At Aqueduct, the Big A in New York, the feature race was the Garland of Roses. That winner there was Hot Fudge with Kendrick Carmouche. He paid $820 to win for trainer Linda Rice. Finishing second was Can't Hurry Love, and Headland finished third in that race. The pick 6 yesterday at Aqueduct with prices of $10.20, $4.80, $10 even, $22.60, $8.20, and $7.50. The pick 6 paid $115,412.50, and that was not the highest priced payoff of the day, but that was a goodie. Jerry Jackowitz came with a winner in the last race, a reverse winner. One of his link-up horses won. That was the $7.50 winner. By the way, Dylan Davis, third win on the day in the 9th and final. And that reversed exacta paid $14.10. So thanks a lot, Jerry J, for that. That happened yesterday at Aqueduct. Los Alamitos yesterday. Well, out of the 9 races, the big race was a $14 winner. That was the highest priced winner on the card yesterday at Los Alamitos. That happened in the 5th race. But I got to tell you right now, when we talk about our handicappers and we talk about their products, and, for example, here at the South Point, John Lendo's Lendo Report is free and complimentary every Southern California racing day, and then some. Whenever he publishes a Lendo Report, it is here at the South Point in the book right behind me, the race book, free of charge exclusively here. It's the only place you can get in Vegas, here in the South Point race book, and it's free of charge, complimentary at the property here. Well, yesterday, John Lendo's Lendo Report had 8 top winners out of the 9-race card. 8 top winners out of the 9-race card. That included all of the winners in the pick 6. And for the pick 6, it paid $2,532.80. All top picks on John Lendo's report. And, of course, his dollar suggested late pick 4 also hit as well. That paid $60.40. John had a big day yesterday. And the only loser of the day came in the 2nd race when he had his horse did not win. Elwood Blues won for Bob Baffert and John Hernandez, paying $2.40. So John was trying to beat the dead favorite in that race. Otherwise, he'd have swept the card yesterday. A lot of people, I'm sure, that playing gimmicks would probably put the dead favorite in there with anything they played. So it was a big day yesterday, big day. for John Lendo's Lendo Report at Los Alamitos. Congratulations, John Lendo, and he'll be with us a little bit later on. Rich Eng came with a winner yesterday, Red Cross Knight, in the 7th race. For trainer Jerry Hollendorfer, nice to see Hollendorfer training in Southern California again. Edwin Maldonado aboard, paid $5.20 for a horse that was 2 for 2, now 3 for 3 at Los Alamitos. John Lendo, of course, gave us a winner out of those 8. One of the picks on the show was a winner. That was Top Gun Tommy. Paid $3 even as the favorite was bet down. Umberto Rispoli's second win of the day. And, of course, Juan Hernandez, I should say, and Bob Baffert teamed up again for their second victories of the day together in the Grade 2 Starlet Stakes at Los Alamitos. This was the 7th win in a row in the Starlet for trainer Bob Baffert and his 10th Starlet win overall. This guy owns this race. Nothing Like You took the lead at the start, never headed, went gate to wire in the mile and 16th Starlet at Los Alamitos, paying $6.20 for that victory. Flynn's Chance was second, and finishing third was Chadalas. Big day, again, for Bob Baffert and John Hernandez. And by the way, the horse that finished second in the race, Great 40 Night, veered out real bad in the middle of the stretch. So that horse was disqualified and placed behind the horse he impeded, which was the third-place winner, Chadalas. But Nothing Like You was gone. This horse was gone, and down the road for Baffert's 7th in a row, 10 Starlets wins overall. Amazing. Bob Baffert there at Los Al yesterday. All right, at Oaklawn Park. Big day at Oaklawn Park for the Asmussen family. We were talking about this yesterday with Jonathan Hardoon. Steve Asmussen, of course, has his 2 sons now riding. And in the first race yesterday at Oaklawn, Steve Asmussen trained Hearn. That horse won under Keith Asmussen, paying $10.20. And it was a milestone for the family of the Asmussens because when Steve was riding, he got 63 total victories before he got too big to ride. And then, of course, he became the winningest trainer of all time here in the United States. His son, Keith, with his father's horse in winning that first race yesterday, broke his father's riding record. He now has 64 wins. Keith Asmussen, 64 wins, breaking Dad's winner there. Of course, Keith is 25 years old. He started riding in late 2022, but he beat Dad with Dad's horse as far as the jockey record amongst the family. And he breaks his record of 63. By the way, Steve Asmussen rode in 1982 through 1984 before he got too big to ride and became a trainer. So that was a heck of a deal going on for the Asmussen fan. And Steve and Keith came back later. Check this out. They came back later to win the 7th race with a horse called Billy Jack together. That horse paid $45.40 to win. So obviously, there weren't that many fans and thinking these guys were in the zone yesterday. $45 winner from Steve Asmussen and his son Keith riding there. So they had a double yesterday. In the stakes races yesterday, the Ring the Bell Stakes was won by Tejano Twist for trainer Chris Hartman and Chris Landeros riding. 440 there, outrunning Necker Island and Sir Wellington. And in the Mistletoe Stakes later on in the day, the winner there was Butterbean. Julien Le Perreault aboard for Kenny McPeak. That horse paid $24.60, outrunning Misty Vale and Ice Orchid. Big day, though, yesterday at Oaklawn for the Asmussens. Not as big a day, however, for the one ticket holder in the Pick 5 yesterday. Check this out. Here are the prices. $440, $45.40, $43.60, $24.60, and $8.80. That Pick 5 at Oaklawn Park yesterday paid $261,287.45. Bada bing there. All right, Woodbine, their feature race was the La Proviant. The winner there was Fashionably Fab. That was the favorite. Pat Husbands aboard, $3 even there, outrunning Talk to You Later, and Tito's Calling, who finished third in that race. A lot of favorites yesterday at Woodbine. The highest priced winner of the day at Woodbine over the 8 races, make it 9 races, paid $9.60. Everything else was below that at Woodbine yesterday. Gulfstream Park, a lot of favorites won there as well. In the feature races, the Wait a While for 2-year-old fillies won by Ozara. Christopher Clement trained, ridden by Ired Ortiz Jr. at 380, outrunning Millet and Great Venezuela. And in the Pulpit Stakes, the other stakes race on the day for 2-year-olds, the winner there was Noted. Todd Pletcher trained, owned by Mr. Rapoli and his stable, ridden by Ired Ortiz Jr., paying $440. So Ired Ortiz Jr. won both stakes races yesterday, 3 races overall at Gulfstream Park. The pick 6 there yesterday, contrasting to those big prices at Oaklawn. The pick 6 paid $165.20 at Gulfstream yesterday. A lot of favorites there. Fairgrounds, Louisiana Champions Day. Here's the Louisiana Champions winner. In the Classic, the winner there was Touch Upon a Star. Tim Thornton riding for Jeff Delhomme. That horse paid $240 as the big favorite there, outrunning Tumbaramba and Cosmic Train. Other winners, the Juvenile, Good and Stout for C.J. McMahon, paying $11.60. The Turf was won by Bohemian Star with Jose Guerrero, paying $39.60. In the Ladies Distaff, the winner there, Free Like a Girl, Vincent Del Cid, the rider there at $5.20. The Ladies Sprint was won by Ova Charged. Jose Guerrero, $5 even. The Lassie won by Accommodate Eva for Brian Hernandez at $10.60. The Sprint was won by Magnum. Delhomme's other winner, Delhomme had 2 wins on the day, that trainer, $11 even with Chris Lannery aboard. And that was the big races there yesterday at the Fairgrounds in Louisiana. Tampa Bay Downs, a couple of stakes races there in the Florida Stallions Series Stakes. The Marion County Division won by Shaq Diesel. Joey Bravo at $11.20. The City of Ocala won by Bluefield with the Sammy Camacho aboard paying $5.80. Camacho had 3 wins on the card yesterday at Tampa. And that took a look at some of the stuff that happened yesterday, but our handicapper John Lindo did a great job at Los Alamitos, and we'll be looking for more today. On our show today, Jonathan Hardoon standing by, so is Bob Mazursky. We got Rich Eng's picks, and John Lindo, of course, will be with us. He'll be the center of the show today, I guess, and Jerry Jackowitz, as well as the Woodbine Clocker picks. So without any further ado, we're going to go to our first break, and when we come back, we'll get you your racing menu for today, and then our handicappers, starting out with John Lindo and Bob Mazursky. Don't go away on this Sunday from Cowboy Central here at the South Point with the National Finals Rodeo going on here. A lot of action with Horsehide, both in the ring and on the racetrack, and hopefully in the book with you. We'll be right back.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the race book? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the Racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our Racebook is completely separate from the Sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
The racing is fast and exciting at the picturesque Woodbine and Woodbine Mohawk Park racetracks in Ontario, Canada. Woodbine Standardbred, home of the Pepsi North America Cup, a summer classic.
Pebble Beach in Iran.
And Woodbine Thoroughbred, home of the historic King's Plate.
But the mighty filly has devastated them.
Full fields, exotic wagers, iconic events. Play Woodbine Thoroughbred and Woodbine Standardbred today at your favorite wagering location.
Horse racing fans, Los Alamitos Racecourse continues its celebration of 10 years of daytime thoroughbred racing with an action-packed 2-week winter meet in beautiful Orange County. Opening day is Friday, December 8th, and racing will be held Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through December 17th. First post will be 12:30 p.m. Pacific. Our December meet is our biggest daytime meet of the year with 5 stake races on tap, including 3 graded stakes events. Our opening Saturday will feature the running of the Grade 2 Starlet, featuring an outstanding field of juvenile fillies. And on Saturday, December 16th, top juveniles will race in the Grade 2 Los Alamitos Futurity. Other top stakes events include the Bayacoa, the Soviet Problem, and the King Glorious. And horse players, the Los Alamitos On-Track Live Money Handicapping Contest is back on Saturday, December 16th. You could win a seat to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. For the contest format and more, go to losalamitos.com. Daytime racing is back at Los Alamitos. Opening day is set for Friday, December 8th.
All right, back on our Sunday Race Day Las Vegas radio program, reminding you that we'll take Monday and Tuesday off as we normally do, and then we'll be back right here from the studios and over the airways of our anchor radio station, KSHP, on Wednesday morning. Our shows start from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Pacific time every Wednesday through Sunday, so keep us in mind for that. And let's get started with the menu. We're going to do the menu of racetracks available today in the Racebook simulcast centers and racetracks around the country. Reminding you the first post times we broadcast on the show each and every day reflect that of the Pacific time zone. So if you're listening here in Las Vegas, these will be the first post times to roll out in our racebooks right back here, and anywhere else you're listening on Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM. If you are listening on many different platforms and watching here at South Point Studios and our TV and our YouTube, well, if you're in another time zone rather than the Pacific one, adjust to it. These first post times are Pacific, so adjust to it. If you're not in it, I don't want you to miss anything. I don't want you to miss a shot at making some money, missing a race because you have the wrong post times. Post times are Pacific. Don't want you to miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. Okay, here we go. We begin with Gulfstream Park. Gulfstream Park has a big Pick 6 jackpot carryover today of $88,905. That's their Pick 6 carryover at Gulfstream today. I do believe they also have a Super High 5 carryover. They do, and it's $5,501. Gulfstream Park has 11 races today and a first post time of 9:10. 9:10 first post at Gulfstream today. Aqueduct, the Big A in New York. Well, let's see what they have here. They have not posted anything, but Jonathan Hardoon will stand by to give us the latest on the weather. That's going to be pretty bad up and down the East Coast. But right now, Aqueduct set to go 9 races and a first post time of 9:20. No stakes races today at Aqueduct. First post time 9:20 Pacific time. Laurel Park is next. That also in the right in the way of all that bad weather that's going through the East Coast. Laurel Park has a Pick 6 jackpot carryover, a small one, $956. And their first post time at Laurel today for 8 races, 9:25. Then we go to Woodbine, north of the border. Woodbine has 10 races. Their feature race today is the Steady Growth Stakes, $100,000 at a mile and 16 for 3-year-olds and up. 11 go to the post in this one. Pretty wide open event. The 5-2 favorite there is Artie's Storm with Emma Jane Wilson aboard. And Woodbine has a Super High 5 jackpot carryover, $83,819. That's the Super High 5 carryover. The Pick 6 carryover, it's a jackpot as well, $6,120. First post time at Woodbine today, 10:05 for their 10-race card. Then we go to the Fairgrounds, New Orleans, where they have a Pick 6 carryover of $6,919. Got to remind you, this is not a jackpot. It's just a regular Pick 6 carryover at the Fairgrounds, $6,919. And first post time for the 9 races today at the Fairgrounds is set at 10:45. Then we go to Los Alamitos, Southern Cal. What a big day they had yesterday at Los Al. Not only the racing in the afternoon, but the big race last night. We'll talk a little bit about that with Bob Mazursky. But Los Alamitos Thoroughbred starts at 12:30 this afternoon. Los Al's Pick 6 carryover, $15,984. $15,984 in the Pick 6 carryover at Los Al today. First post time is at 12:30, and their feature race today at Los Alamitos is the Soviet Problem. It will be the last race on the card, a mile for 2-year-olds, and there's 6 going in that one. The 8-5 favorite there is Loretta Lynn, again with Juan Hernandez aboard. First post time Los Al is at 12:30 today. Then we go up to Golden Gate. It is closing day at Golden Gate today. Closing day, 10 races. Everything goes out the door today. Golden Gate Super High 5 carryover, $6,290. It goes out the door. And their carryover in well, let's see. I guess they don't have a carryover in their Pick 6, so they're Super High. Yes, they do. Pick 6 jackpot carryover at Golden Gate, $34,105. 2 carryovers. It all goes out the door. All the pools have mandatory payoffs today at Golden Gate. Their final day card sees 10 races, and the feature race is the $50,000 Miss America Stakes at 1.16 for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares, a field of 9. 2-1 favorite there is Stoic Luna with Evan Rahman. By the way, yesterday, Asael Espinoza had 5 wins on the card at Golden Gate yesterday. Keep an eye on him. First post time Golden Gate closing day, 12:45. And then we go to Los Alamitos tonight. After the afternoon card, we got another night card tonight at Los Alamitos. And yet you know what they do at Los Alamitos on Sundays. They got a carryover there, $15,984. I think that's the nighttime carryover, though. So we'll check with Bob Mazursky. But anyhow, Los Alamitos, first post time is 5:30. They got 10 races tonight, 2 thoroughbreds, 3 mixed breed, 5 quarter horse races. And the 10th and final race tonight, folks, is the $1,785,675 futurity for 2-year-olds at 400 yards. 9 go to the post, and the big 3-5 favorite there is Train Station 5. What a night it's going to be at Los Al. First post time is at 5:30. That's your racing menu for today. A lot of good stuff going on. And we will now go to Jonathan Hardoon standing by. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. Congratulations to John Lindo. I can't believe it. He missed on a 2-5 shot, sweeping the card. That's a terrific job. It really is. By the way, that carryover, I think, is the nighttime.
Yeah.
Because he gave out the pick 6 yesterday,
Yeah.
So there can't be a carryover.
Yeah, right. It is. It's for the nighttime. And usually they see the nighttime at 10,000 on Sundays, but they do have a carryover, which they don't need the seating tonight. But it was an exciting night of racing at Los Al, certainly last night. And, of course, we'll talk to Bob Mazursky in a moment. Your thoughts about anything that happened yesterday? What about the Asmussen clan, huh? The father puts the kid on the horse that beats the father's record when he was a jockey. Pretty good stuff, huh?
Well, most of the rides he gets is for the father. He does have some wins for other people, but, he rides for his father. And they own a lot of those horses as well, the wife, the mother. And so it's really a family affair, and it's a nice thing to see.
Not even a question about that, that's for sure. And all I got to say is no stakes races this weekend at Aqueduct. That's kind of unusual.
We got to hope we have racing today at Aqueduct, Ralph. It didn't start yet, but the skies are black, the winds are blowing, and it's going to be quite a day. I'm sure if they run, and I'm sure they're going to obviously try to run, they're going to move post times up and try to get through this as quick as possible because it's supposed to really deteriorate as the day goes on.
All right, my man. Well, let's take a look at some of the races that are happening today across the country. Of course, you got a handicapping sheet for both Gulfstream Park. Hello? I'm getting a little feedback.
Aqueduct.
Gulfstream, Aqueduct, and Oaklawn, and...
Oaklawn doesn't run today.
I'm sorry.
Oaklawn is dark.
I'm sorry. I'm getting a feedback. Somebody's pushing it in the feedback here. Okay. Anyhow, today you got sheets at Aqueduct. You've got a sheet at Los Alamitos and one for Gulfstream Park, right?
Right. Oaklawn does not run today. They're taking the day off.
Yeah, I know, man. Well, I mean, they're all that cash they got to give away for that pick 5. Could you imagine that? Wow.
It was crazy. And the same thing happened at Turfway, I think, last night also. They had like a $50,000 late pick 5. So we were talking about it yesterday. If you could figure out Turfway, you have an opportunity to really make some good money because the payoffs there have been unbelievable.
Yeah, there's no question about that. That's for sure. And, when we talk about those pools like that, you say to yourself, well, those 50-cent pools, you get a chance to really maneuver and go deep in a lot of races if you can get a singleton somewhere along the line to help it out. And like you said, really, when John Lendo missed that one pick that paid $2 and change yesterday, his philosophy was trying to beat the favorite. Obviously, when you get a horse that's that much of a favorite, you almost have to put him in as a safety valve in any one of the gimmicks you're playing. But he really tried to beat the favorite, and it couldn't do it, I guess, with Baffert and Hernandez. Pretty tough there at Los Al.
Yeah, but 8 out of 9, pretty impressive. And even if they all reach, they did a hard thing to do.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, let's get started with some picks from you.
Okay, let's get somehow, hey, Ralph, I'm getting to this.
We got Jonathan breaking up a little here. All right, Jonathan, are you? Let's see if we can get the picks out. Go ahead.
Okay, 6th race today at Gulfstream. I like the number 7 horse in here, a Brumar. This is a 2-year-old colt who gets a major barn switch today. Ran once in Woodbine. Now he moves to Florida and runs for Safi Joseph. He's listed at 4-1 on the morning line in a full field of 12. I like number 7, a Brumar, to win today's 6th race out at Gulfstream Park.
All right, you're doing good now. We got the signal back. In the 6th race, 2-year-old maidens at a mile on the turf. You like the 7, a Brumar, with Edgar Zayas aboard. The 7 at 4-1 in the 6th race at Gulfstream Park is Jonathan's play there. Go ahead, Jonathan. Where are we going next?
Let's go to Los Al and look at race number 8. It's a starter allowance. And the number 3 horse in here, Flatter with Jules, a 6-year-old mare from the Salvador Naranjo barn. And this barn won 2 races yesterday at Los Al. The stable there all year round, so his horses have somewhat of an advantage, I think. Edgar Pryor's aboard to ride. Second start back off of a layoff. Number 3, Flatter with Jules, wins today's 8th race out at Los Al.
All right, the 8th race at Los Alamitos, number 3, Flatter with Jules. The 3 in the 8th race at Los Al, and don't forget 9 races today there, Jonathan. And of course, you have a sheet for Gulfstream Park as well. And all I can say is, you're not going to take a shot at Aqueduct, huh?
No, I don't know what the weather's like. It's not fair.
I know, I understand. I'm just saying that you do have a sheet for Aqueduct. Will they then again? You got to play your sheet cautiously for Aqueduct, then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was made with a wet track in mind, so people that are playing it will be able to figure it out.
Oh, okay, good. So it was made for wet track. That's what I wanted to get to. Okay, yeah. Thanks a lot, Jonathan. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Thanks, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All right, you got it, my man. Now we're going to go to Bob Mazursky standing by. Bob from Los Alamitos. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning. How are you, Ralph?
Well, I'm doing fine. We got a little technical stuff working here, but that's okay. In any case, a big day yesterday at Los Al, including the big race last night, the Champion of Champions.
Yeah, we had 2 good races last night. We had an upset in the Champion of Champions, Flashback won over Impressum, and then earlier in the day, Bob Baffert continued his run in the Starlet, won for the 7th time in a row. Nothing Like You made the lead early and was never really challenged. She won by over 5 lengths. A very impressive performance by her.
Now
the 3 wins in a row for that filly.
The winner of the Champion of Champions, we were talking about inside and outside post, broke from post 1, didn't he?
Yes, he did. It was been a long time since a horse had won that particular race from post 1, but he broke like very, very well, and he was in front most of the way. It looked like from what I saw.
And that particular horse that won last night also finished, I think, second in 2021, a couple of years ago in that race. So he's familiar with that, right?
That is correct. He's a runner-up. He had been a previous runner-up, and yesterday he got the job done. A nice win for him.
For the big, big money, that's for sure. All right, looking at Los Al today, we've got the Soviet problem for 2-year-old fillies. It'll be the 9th race on the card again. 6 go to the post in that one, and Loretta Lynn 8-5, Hernandez, and you know who?
Yeah, Phil D'Amato, and that mare that she's out of Sunday Rules. She was a multiple stakes winner, very nice horse, and this horse, was well regarded going into her first race. Was able to win nicely. I don't see any reason why she won't handle the stretch to a mile. Hernandez, of course, just keeps winning stake after stake here. Yesterday was his 15th stakes win at Los Alamitos, and he doesn't ride here all that often, so that's quite an impressive performance by him. Asada Fries comes off a win for Craig Lewis, and Legacy Ranch last time, and she goes turf to dirt, but at least she's proven at the distance. So I think those are the two main probables in the main contenders in the race.
Bob, looking at the competition yesterday, it seems to me that they're coming from everywhere. It's a very fair racetrack.
Yeah, I think that's all you can ask for. I mean, it's been some long shots, some favorites. We had a lot of short price favorites win yesterday, but there have been some upsets sprinkled in. But you can win from on the lead or from behind so far.
And when is the movement going to start to rename the Starlet the Baffert Invitational?
Yeah, I think you could do that. And, between that and the Futurity, he's won both races a number of times here, 7 times for both in the 10 years we've been running. So it's been a race that he's, obviously dominated both of them.
All right, Bob, let's take a look at today's racing card and, of course, the Soviet problem, which you feel that it really does kind of favor the favorite, so to speak, in that race. But we have 8 other races before that, and it looks like good competition. It looks like a very competitive, even though you've got some short fields, look very competitive today.
Yeah, there have been some short fields here, but most of them have been pretty wide open, as wide open as you can be in a 6-horse field. So I'm going to go to the 7th race. That's one of the races in the late pick 4. I like number 4, City of Champions. This horse has been running at night, but been very, very sharp. Did win here during the July meet. I think he's going to get a good trip just off the horse on the inside, Project Leader. Angie Aquino has already had a winner at this meet, so I like number 4, City of Champions, in the 7th race.
All right, 7th race at Los Al. You like the 4, City of Champions, the 4 in the 7th. Jonathan gave us a horse in the 8th, so we're starting to build a nice late pick 4 there. Again, you have 1 pick 5. It's the first 5 races, a 50-cent base bet. And then you have the dollar pick 4s. One that starts, the early one starts in the 2nd race and ends in the 5th. And then the other one, the late pick 4 for a dollar base bet as well, will be the last 4 races on each racing card at Los Alamitos. What are we looking at next week?
Well, we have our last 3 days of the meet, and we have stakes all 3 days. We have the Bayacoa on Friday. That race will be drawn on Tuesday. And then next Saturday, we'll have the Futurity. That race will be drawn on Wednesday. And then we wrap it up next Sunday with the King Glorious, which is the male version of the Soviet Problem. We'll take entries for that on Thursday, and that'll be the closing day event next Sunday.
All right, and as far as the jockeys are concerned, it looks like it's a pretty even battle for the jockey standings there at Los Al right now.
Yes, we had Kyle Frey won a couple races yesterday. Umberto Rispoli won 2. He'd only won 1 race previously here in all the years at Los Al, and he doubled that total yesterday. Baffert, of course, had a couple wins yesterday, and Mark Glad, who had the Chattelis in the Starlet yesterday, ran 3rd there, but he won 3 other races on the card, so he's off to a great start at this meet.
A triple yesterday at Los Al for him, that's for sure. Hey, thanks a lot, Bob. We'll talk to you next week, but before we let you go, tell everybody where they can get your selections and stuff.
Yeah, I do Southern California selections every racing day at today'sracingdigest.com. Also do a graded handicap for the Southern California News Group papers, which includes the LA Daily News, Pasadena Star News, and Orange County Register, among others.
All right, you got it. Thanks a lot, Bob. Appreciate it. Have a great day at the races. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, we'll talk to you Friday, Ralph. Take care.
All right, you got it, my man. Now, when we come back, I've got Rich Eng's picks for you, and I've got the Clocker Ernie Perry's picks at Woodbine. So we'll continue on this Sunday Race Day show. Come to you live and direct from the South Point studios here at the South Point Race and Sportsbook area. And don't forget, on YouTube, sign up and subscribe. Go to South Point Studio. When you get to that site, hit subscribe and subscribe. We'll appreciate that. We'll be right back.
Who is there for the families left behind when a service member or first responder dies or is catastrophically injured in the line of duty? Who helps our nation's homeless veterans? And who helps our nation keep its vow to never forget 9/11? The Tunnel to Towers Foundation. More than 95 cents of every dollar you donate to Tunnel to Towers goes to its programs. This charity keeps its word. Honor our nation's greatest heroes. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at t2t.org.
The racing is fast and exciting at the picturesque Woodbine and Woodbine Mohawk Park racetracks in Ontario, Canada. Woodbine Standardbred, home of the Pepsi North America Cup, a summer classic.
Pebble Beach in Iran.
And Woodbine Thoroughbred, home of the historic King's Plate.
But the mighty filly has devastated them.
Full fields, exotic wagers, iconic events. Play Woodbine Thoroughbred and Woodbine Standardbred today at your favorite wagering location.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas for this Sunday. Let's get started with some picks for you. Now, Rich Eng, of course, is not with us. He's celebrating his birthday in Southern California, and he will be going to the football game tonight at SoFi Stadium when the LA Chargers will take on the Denver Broncos. And that was one of his picks. In case you missed it, one of his picks was the Chargers today and the Kansas City Chiefs later today as well. They both kick off at 1:25, and so those are his football picks to reiterate what he gave us yesterday. But he does have a pick for Los Alamitos today. I want to remind everybody that even though Richie is down in Southern California, his selections for all the races today at Los Alamitos is available at the racedaylasvegas.com website. Just go there and click on Richie's icon, and you'll get it. Let's get Richie's pick for the Race Day listeners. He comes in the fifth race today at Los Alamitos. In the fifth race, Richie likes number 6, Tapio Leo. Number 6, Tapio Leo. 6-5 on the morning line with Juan Hernandez. He said, listen, this is a key singleton for all of your bets, whether you're betting pick 6, pick 4, pick 5, or singling a horse in an exacta or a trifecta. He knows it's a short price, but he thinks the horse is a solid pick here. The 6, Tapatio Leo. Tapatio Leo, the 6th horse in the fifth race, is Rich Eng's selections. And again, get the rest of his selections right there at the racedaylasvegas.com website. Now we go to Woodbine. Remember, Woodbine will close up on December 17th, so they're winding down their long meet at Woodbine. At Woodbine, Ernie Perry Clocker Report has 2 picks for us today. In the first one, it'll come in the fifth race. The horse he likes is number 3, Mount Horeb, or Horeb. Mount Horeb. Let me get that right. Mount Horeb, 12-1 on the morning line. That's right. Mr. Campos aboard there worked 59.80. He said this horse is worth a bet in this field. Said the horse is he's got to get the right trip, but at 12-1 on the morning line, he thinks he's live and a good price at 12-1. So he likes the 3 horse in the fifth race. He said it's worth a bet. And in the sixth race, Ernie Perry's Clocker Report comes up with number 9, Gilt Edge. Number 9, Gilt Edge. 12-1 on the morning line on this one with Justin Stein aboard. Worked 48 from the starting gate with the entry mate. He said the barn does well with firsters. He likes this horse at this price. He thinks it's worth a shot. So in the sixth race, he likes the 9, Gilt Edge. So in the fifth race, he likes the 3. Sixth race, he likes the 9. And that's Ernie Perry's Clocker Report from Woodbine. We'll be back right after this with more. Our closing act, you know who it is. John Lendo, the man of the hour. And Jerry Jackowitz as well. Don't go away.
Horse racing fans, Los Alamitos Racecourse continues its celebration of 10 years of daytime thoroughbred racing with an action-packed 2-week winter meet in beautiful Orange County. Opening day is Friday, December 8th, and racing will be held Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays through December 17th. First post will be 12:30 p.m. Pacific. Our December meet is our biggest daytime meet of the year with 5 stake races on tap, including 3 graded stakes events. Our opening Saturday will feature the running of the Grade 2 Starlet, featuring an outstanding field of juvenile fillies. And on Saturday, December 16th, top juveniles will race in the Grade 2 Los Alamitos Futurity. Other top stakes events include the Bayacoa, the Soviet Problem, and the King Glorious. And horse players, the Los Alamitos On-Track Live Money Handicapping Contest is back on Saturday, December 16th. You could win a seat to the National Handicapping Championship in Las Vegas. For the contest format and more, go to losalamitos.com. Daytime racing is back at Los Alamitos. Opening day is set for Friday, December 8th.
Want to bet your favorite horse but can't make it to the racebook? South Point Casino's Racebook has the answer. Come in and sign up for the Nevada Racebook mobile app. For just a $50 minimum deposit, you'll have the racebook right at your fingertips, no matter where you are in Nevada. It's convenient, fun, and easy to use. When you do have time to visit, South Point Casino is the perfect place to be. Our racebook is completely separate from the sportsbook and totally dedicated to the horse player. With 52 overhead TVs, free Wi-Fi, and cocktail service. Bring your tablet or smartphone and plug into the USB ports to look up your favorite handicapping website without draining your battery. Want to wager from your seat? No problem with our IPTs. Just sign up, make a deposit, and you're off to the races. Plus, you'll earn points for dining, hotel, movies, entertainment, and the spa just by using the club card when wagering. Whether you want to come in or play from the comfort of your home, South Point Casino's Racebook has you covered.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
Okay, wrapping up this Sunday Race Day Las Vegas radio program, reminding you we're off Monday and Tuesday. We'll be back here at 7 a.m. Pacific time, God willing, and the creek don't rise on Wednesday morning. But right now, I want to bring in the man of the hour, the man of the day, the man of Race Day. And if I had a drum roll, I'd be playing it right now for John Lendo. John, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. Good day yesterday. Let's have another one today.
Well, you know, we were talking about it. The one race you missed was the yeah, go ahead. The one race you missed was the horse that paid a filthy $2.80 for a $2 win bet. It was the dead favorite. And I know what you were trying to do because the horse, that was obvious enough. You were trying to give a top pick in the race that would be the most logical horse to beat him if he didn't fire. Well, he did fire, and that was the only loser on the card, and you can't blame you for trying to take a shot against a filthy favorite.
I never apologize for getting beat by a 1-5 shot. You take your best chances. He looked like he might be vulnerable, and that's enough to take a shot. Again, Elwood Blues won the race for Bob Baffert and Juan Hernandez. You tip your hat and you go on to the next one. But, one of the things we stress is, and we've talked about at the South Point, we're trying to find value wherever you possibly can. So you look for the value, and sometimes you get beat by logical horses.
And I got to tell you, too, even on the sheet yesterday, you tried to beat, obviously, that dead favorite. And everybody who was playing exotics or anything with a horse like that is going to put him in as a saver to save yourself from not getting beat by the big dead favorite, although you don't want it to happen. But in any case, there were some horses on your sheet yesterday that were of the $6 variety, et cetera, but they were valued horses. They were valued picks on it because they were competitive races.
Right. I think the first three races in the pick six yesterday, not big prices. There was a $14 winner and a $9 winner and a $6 winner. But in six-horse fields, when you're beating favorites, it's like when you beat favorites in larger fields anywhere. If you can beat the favorites, the payoffs go up accordingly. So you're not going to get as big a payoff per race, but they're out there. And so you take what this is the hand we're dealt. We play it and we do the best we can with it.
Not even a question about that. You did a great job there, John, yesterday. People are clamoring in the book back here to get your sheet for today. And I guess you're seeing the ball very well at Los Alamitos, no doubt.
Well, I enjoy it. I like Los Alamitos. Like I said many times, I try to support that meet as much as possible. With the horses I have, I try to race there if there are races for them. They've done a lot of good things for the race industry in California. The least we can do is support them back and tell them thank you for the effort.
Bob Baffert seems to own the Starlet.
He's pretty good with that race. 7 in a row, and next Saturday they've got the Los Alfaturity. I think he's going for a 7th winner there too. He stables a lot of his young horses at Los Alamitos, getting them legged up over there before they move into Del Mar and Santa Anita. And again, he started as a quarter horse trainer at Los Alamitos way back when, so he has a lot of ties there, and he's a guy that supports that racetrack as well. He's not afraid to show off a good one over there at Los Al.
And it seems like that he'll save a horse or two that develops later on in the year as a 2-year-old, so he'd have a real good, solid contender for those races in this meet at Los Al.
He's got an army, Ralph. He's
Yeah.
got waves. He'll send the first wave out in July at Del Mar. He'll send another wave out in September as the meet ends. He'll get ready now for the stretching these horses out at Los Alamitos. And then all of a sudden they turn 3-year-olds, and here we go getting ready for the Triple Crown.
Well, John, it's time to get a horse from you today. You gave us a winner yesterday among the 8 of the 9 races yesterday that you had picked on top on the Lindo Report. Do I have to tell anybody now here at the South Point, John Lindo's Lindo Report covering all the races, a suggested late pick 4, which he also hit yesterday, and the pick 6, by the way, and all of the goodie information. One comprehensive sheet for Los Alamitos today is available right now behind me at the Racebook here at the South Point, but it's only here at the Racebook at the South Point, free of charge, complimentary. A winner, John.
Let's go down to the 9th and final. That's the Soviet Problem Stakes. Number 2, Petite Filet, cost just $1,300 as a yearling last year, and she's shown she's a trier. Yeah, she broke her maiden in the slop at Santa Anita, came back on the Golden State Juvenile Fillies, ran a big second against a good filly named Grand Slam Smile. I think she wants 2 turns. She's based at Los Alamitos, so this is her home track. You've got low-profile connections and trainer Alfred Vucolo and Ricardo Ramirez, the local jockey there. I think that'll help the price. The filly that might get overlooked today, 3-1 on the morning line, number 2, Petite Filet, race number 9, Los Alamitos.
All right, in the 9th and final race, the Soviet Problem, John Lindo likes number 2, Petite Filet, and we'll get a nice fillet on this one if we get this one home a winner for dinner tonight, that's for sure. In the 9th race, you like the 2-horse. Don't forget, folks, to get John Lindo's Lindo Report. The Lindo Report scheduled for next week.
I will do Gulfstream Park on Thursday when Los Alamitos is dark, and then we'll cover closing weekend at Los Alamitos next Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You got it, John. Thanks a lot. Yeoman's job yesterday, my man. Thank you, and we'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Thanks, Ralph. Good luck today.
We're going to Jerry Jackowitz next. Jerry, I do believe you've got a Raiders cap on today.
I do. It's Raiders Sunday.
All right, my man. Okay, well, we know who you're going to be rooting for, that's for sure.
Oh, sure, yeah. It's Raiders and Giants. It's a strange little family here, but it's Raiders and Giants from New York. Giants and Raiders.
Yeah, well, you live here.
I'll be all in Giants blue. So.
Okay, all right. We'll go for that. Anyhow, Jerry, your power
Raiders. What color? I'm there.
Okay. Your power pages you have today for Los Alamitos and for Aqueduct. We know the weather's bad back east. Is your power page set up for what might be an off track at Aqueduct today?
Well, I handicap for a fast track, which it is right now, and no doubt there's going to be rain at some point through the day, but it's hard to know when that's going to come exactly. They say 12, but but when it arrives, you'll just you'll make your adjustments using the M's. The small M's, you'll add a half a point or a point to. The big M's, you'll add maybe 2 to 4 points on, and you'll rejigger the ratings so that they make sense. But you'll have to see what the condition is when you in real time.
Okay.
So I did it that way. And, of course, Los Alamitos, there's nothing to worry about.
Right, exactly. Track right now is labeled fast at Aqueduct. We'll leave it at that. We'll get a pick at Aqueduct where you had a reverse play hit yesterday.
Yeah, just real quickly, in the last week, we've had 26 pop-out keys or feature plays, 9 winners, 6 seconds out of the 26. That's pretty good.
Yeah, my guys my handicappers on this show do a great job, believe me. I know, I follow you guys. Go ahead.
Okay, so let's go to race number 4 at Aqueduct today. 235, the 3-horse, and the reason I'm not using the 9-horse is my horse there scratched, so I'm not using the 9th race.
Okay.
The 3-horse in race number 4 is real interesting. 235 with Madison Over up for Orlando Noda. Horse is just really racing well. It looks like he's getting a little class upbeat. Class is no problem for this 9-year-old gelding. If he's feeling good, he's just going to run through it. I love the 3 over the 147, small reverses, but the 3 in race number 4, anything over 2 to 1 sounds good to me.
All right. In that 4th race, scratch number 6. In this race, the 4th, you like the 3 over 147 in reverse. That's at Aqueduct 4th race. Now we'll go to Los Alamitos.
Yeah, by the way, I have a V horse in the 9th race if you want to hook it up with John's pick,
okay,
who I love also.
All right.
Let's go to race number 1 for our featured play today. Number 6, Mumbles Brockman, really pops off the page. 4 to 1 is a tremendous overlay for this Miati horse. 2 races, just kind of slow, getting into it mid-race, coming home fast.
Right.
It's going to love the long stretch. I love the 6 in race number 1. Play the 6 over the 1, 4, 5, 7, small reverses. That's how we take care of all the first-time starters. We just put them into the exotic.
We got to run. First race, the 6 over 1, 4, 5, 7, and reverse the 6 in the first. Post time 12:30 at Los Al. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Say it, Jerry.
Have a great race day, everybody.